This month's poem's called Broken Hallelujah. Born an ember of fierce love, longing for original fire, I kindle. The innocent I tend. In order to abide, I nurture. In order to invite, I constantly remove the ash of yesterday's broken hallelujah. So suggested I try and come up with a seasonal poem for this month's offering. I think this poem takes me to depth around what I refer to as the birth of truth, what I refer to as constantly vibrant moment that we are born into and immediately close down to. So residing in the pure presence is truth, and we move rapidly away from that on a constant basis. So the birth of truth is a constant redawning, constant place, but in our consciousness we move away from it. And I think Broken Hallelujah speaks to that. It speaks to the shell that we form, the shell of protection, which we've had to form, we have to have put in place very early. And it serves us much like a playpen serves a child. There comes a point where it ceases to serve and becomes a prison. But it's a prison that we don't know we're in, which is the worst kind of prison. And not only we're in, but everyone around us is in. So we're all in that prison but don't realize it. This is all about knocking on the door of that edge, kind of having little insights, little glimpse of light from somewhere beyond, glimpse of light through the doorway. But actually there's something else, some bigger story being played out somewhere. But we have to go through the pain. There's no way of just having the light without the shadow, without the darkness. And we've all got our own unique journeys in relation to that. And the ember within me is that which is within each of us. And the more I connect to that, the more power I feel I sit with. And at this time of the year, this is a time really for me to contemplate. What does birth of truth mean? What does removing the ash of yesterday's broken hallelujah really mean? What does it require of me to be most fully myself? And it's a beautiful metaphor, it's a beautiful concept, the whole notion of birth of truth. It demands me to show up, despite all the struggle, pain, history. So I guess I really wish that anyone who picks this up, listens to it, that you feel inspired by these words, inspired by this vision, and reconnect your own notion of what birth of truth means, what Christmas means, what a broken hallelujah means, without having it completely clear, because that's the nature of this work, is that it's emergent, and little shards of light which are really clear then disappear, and what's left then is a bit more darkness and then light and so on. That's the unique journey we each have towards this place. Born an ember A fierce love longing for original fire, I kindle. The innocent I tend. In order to abide, I nurture. In order to invite, I constantly remove the ash of yesterday's broken hallelujah.